These shorts get hundreds of thousands and even millions of views, but sometimes they also get negative reviews. No, I'm not trying to be Bistro Huddy. No offense, Drew, I think you're cool.
Oh, thanks, Steve. You're cool too, man. I really appreciate it. I love your channel. You do good work. Keep it up, man.
Anyways, by far the most common negative comment I get is usually something to do about using an AI background. And I guess I just don't really get it. I understand the basic arguments against AI artwork, the energy it takes to generate images, the loss of jobs for actual artists. But if you want to voice your opinion, leave a comment on this video and tell me the specific issue you have against AI artwork. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you the real reason that I use AI backgrounds in some of my skits. It all started with this image. This is an image of a coffee shop in Arizona that I used to go to all the time until it closed. So when I found this image online, I was like, wow, I know this place. And I know it's out of business. The lighting is great. The perspective of the image is great. I was like, this is gonna be the perfect background for my videos. So I started using it over and over and over again, dozens of times, and it worked. These shorts started taking off, and not only on YouTube, but also on TikTok and even Instagram. I was getting millions of views per month. Everything was going great. Until, bam, I was hit with this random DM on Instagram. Hi there, I noticed you have been using all of my photography in your backdrops that I did for Gypsy Cup. I would really appreciate credit for my work as it would really help me grow in building my food photography account. Thank you. Now, even though the person that wrote this was super nice about it, I got scared. I got scared because by the time I got that DM, that image had been seen by over 20 million people. And it earned me real money, thousands of dollars. Now, we all know what intellectual property is, and we've all heard of copyright infringement and lawsuits about this kind of stuff, but it never really hits you until it does. The fact that I could actually get in trouble for this, or be sued, or have to take down all of my videos and lose all of that money. For someone like me who's a full-time content creator, that's frightening. Thankfully, I was able to work something out with the photographer that took that picture, but that experience really made me think about the rules and regulations surrounding IP. Now, fast forward to 2 weeks ago when I posted this short. It was the first time in a long time that I decided to change my background. I thought it would be fun to make some skits about me working at fast food restaurants that we all know, and for that, I really wanted a background that was believable. Now, for those of you who don't know, I live in Europe, specifically Portugal, and finding a lot of these fast food restaurants here is basically impossible. So I can't physically go take my own pictures. And because of what happened to me on Instagram, I was absolutely not gonna go grab someone else's pictures off Google Images. So instead, I went to ChatGPT because I wanted to see if this was something that it could help me with. And the great thing about AI generated images is they're not copyrighted because literally no one's seen them before. So I typed in some basic stuff like make an image of the inside of Taco Bell restaurant looking at the order counter. And after a few back and forths, it worked. Kind of. Because although AI is amazing at generating certain things like environments, it really struggles with things like logos, human images, and words. So while at a glance this may look pretty legit, zoom in a little. Go ahead. A little more. First of all, none of this looks like actual Taco Bell food. The colors are way too similar. It's just way too basic. But look at the words. 5 Resiat? What even is that? And then look at the drinks. What is that purple thing? Here's one it created for KFC. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to KFC, I always get the tendons. And if they don't have tendons, I go for the dork meal or the dockets. And who doesn't love a nice Dicerix? But I have to say, out of all the ones I've done so far, Wendy's has to be my favorite. If you look at this menu, it's really not that bad. I mean, there are a few mistakes here and there, but even the logo looks half decent. However, I asked ChatGPT to flip the perspective, so we're looking out into the restaurant. And oh my God, what is that?
Nightmare fuel.
Seriously, new fear unlocked. This looks like a doll from a horror film. So in the end, I'm gonna keep using these backgrounds because they're important for the look and feel of my videos. But honestly, now I'm just more interested to see how insanely inaccurate AI can make these backgrounds look. So if you watch my shorts, next time, pay attention to the details. Okay, bye.